Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is June 30th, Tuesday, June 30th, 2026. Thank you for coming to the Grammy Show, and thank you for walking with me on this journey. It really helps to, I'm on some new medication actually, and it really helps to keep the zinging down. It's called gabapentin. It's designed specifically for nerve. And it's amazing, actually. So I can actually downplay my steroids and take less of them, which is actually good, I think. So anyway, that's what's happening as far as me is concerned. I'm having a little more trouble walking up and down the steps. If the steps are just a little bit too high, it's really tough on me. So I'm now practicing walking up and down steps, trying to keep my strength up as best I can, okay? And that's what's happening. But I got to show you. So here we go. Let's do it. There we go. This is what Big Pharma is like once it moves into your house. It's amazing. You get all these pills to take, and I take a lot of them. And it's amazing how great they actually work. So for the first time in my life, I am welcoming Big Pharma. One here. Okay. All right. So that's for Big Pharma. Now, I'd like to say something about, now I've got my notes all messed up because I tried this before. I'd like to say something about quality time that I'm enjoying. One of the things that I have is a wonderful family to enjoy my quality time with, and they're pretty amazing, actually. So over the weekend, my two sons and their wives made sure that Harry and I really had a quality weekend. On Saturday, I didn't even know I could do this, but I managed to get in the Jeep thanks to the kids. And they had taken the doors off, and they'd taken the roof off, and they'd whatever. And it was just a beautiful day. And we went for a drive. We went to a farm, and we picked up cherries that were fresh picked. It's hard to find them here where we're at. And they had fresh strawberry donuts with their own strawberries, and they were warm, delicious. Of course, they had cider donuts we picked up, and whatever else we picked up. And then we took some of the cherries and the donuts and stuff. We went to Harry, took it to him, which is pretty amazing. He loved it. It gave him a taste of outdoors, and so on and so forth. So that was Saturday morning, and then I rested in the afternoon. But instead of supper, none of us were really hungry, kind of. We decided to go for ice cream, like kids, Have your dessert first. Sounds perfect to me. Used to do it with the grandkids every now and then, which is always fun. So that was a Saturday, and it was truly a quality day. Part of the quality is just going for the drive. I can't tell you how refreshing, how wonderful freedom that feels to me. Because Harry and I used to go for a drive every day. We went someplace when we lived in our apartment. We always went someplace. So on Sunday, this is another high quality day. Harry absolutely loves going to the Legion for breakfast. It's run by volunteers. It is only done certain times of the year. And what he loves about it is we meet, our oldest son came to pick us up. And so we get to spend time with our oldest son and his wife. And we get to spend time with our grandsons and their girlfriends if they're there, anybody that can make it. And it's a very important time. It's a precious kind of time to spend time with family and to just enjoy being together for any reason whatsoever. So that was a perfect day, and we came home afterwards and spent time here where I'm at, and just laid in bed and held each other and did what we do, and it was very nice. It's a perfect day. high, high, high quality. I would not trade it for anything. I will savor it and love it, as does Harry. We both love those days. So now I'd like to say something about 2, 4, or anyway, about our great-great-grandchildren, who we love with all our heart, our great-grandchildren. I'm going to start with Levi. Levi is 5 years old. He's going to be 6 before we know it and starting kindergarten. He's my strawberry ice cream guy. At least I hope he still loves strawberry ice cream. He's fearless, absolutely fearless, and it's amazing to me. He rock climbs, okay? He can go 30 feet up in the air, and he's using only a headlamp, believe it or not, in the dark, climbing those rocks up to the top of the thing. Fearless. He loves animatronics. He loves robots. He loves all this electronic stuff, or high-tech stuff, I guess. Anyway, what's neat about Levi, one of the many things, is that he's very close to Grampy, and they're really close buddies. And he can get Grampy to do anything. And I don't know how he does this, but he does this. So he's, the summer before last, he had Grampy climbing up the slide, if you can, or climbing up the steps to slide down the slide, which he probably hasn't slid down a slide in 50 years or more. Anyway, slid down the slide. Okay, great. And then he had him running around the playground equipment, timing him to see how fast he could do it, and it was just such fun, just to be a child again. And the other thing that he got him to do was they were playing hide and seek. Well, nobody else knew they were playing hide and seek, but they got into the tub and waited, because they knew somebody would come and find them. And I don't even know how Harry got into the tub or out of the tub, but he managed to do that, and it was like amazing. And I said to Harry, "Well, guess what, Harry? You could. You're the adult here, And he says, "I know, but I really can't say no to Levi." So that's that's our sweet little boy, our Levi. And believe me when I tell you, Levi, I love you so, 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 so much. Anyway. Next, we have Harper. She's also 5 going on 6 in a couple of months, and she's my dancing girl. And this year she got to dance with tap dance, she just loved it, and she's good at it. And she's amazing, actually. Right from the get-go, Harper always melted my heart. I'm not exactly sure how this all began, but we used to go for breakfast with them, with the mom and dad once in a while, and we would jump in the car, and I would always sit next to Harper, and she would hold my hand the whole time. She and I would hold hands, and it was something, I bet you if we sat in the car side by side today, we would hold hands again, because that's our connection. And what I always love about Harper is she is her own person. She will not do anything unless she wants to do it. And I think that's an amazing thing. And I love her for it. I don't know how many Moana movies we watched in the time that we've known her. I don't know how many times we spent coloring, and she's so good at it. She colors right in the lines, and she's amazing, and she's really artistic. Which is unbelievable. And now she has a little baby sister who is about 4 months old. And that little girl is called Phoebe Claire. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful name. And I have to say, I waited for Phoebe. I really wanted to hold her. All I wanted was to hold her once, and that would be enough. But I've got more than that. Here she is now, 4 months old. And I've held her a number of times, and she's always like healing to me. because she's a baby, I guess. You know, they smell good, they feel good, they're warm, they're wonderful. What more could you ask for? So anyway, I love both of these girls so very much, to say the least. And then there is McKenna and Cooper. So let's see what I've got about them. I've kind of lost track here. McKenna is the oldest of the group. She's 7. She'll be 8 in a couple of months, in another month, I think. Anyway, McKenna is a mom. She's a caregiver. She's always takes care of everyone. That includes Gramps. That includes me. That includes all the great-grandchildren. She just takes care of people. She really in 2020, when Harry had his stroke, where his left side was damaged, and he was recovering, she even though she's just like 18 months, she would throw. Harry could not let go of a ball or anything. He couldn't throw it. He could do this, but he just couldn't let go of it. And so she would practice with him, and she'd laugh, and we'd laugh, and it was so much fun to do it with her. So anyway, that's the kind of girl she is, and she always makes sure that you got your cane or your walker or whatever it is that you need beside you. She takes care of you. The other thing that's amazing about her is, even though she's only 7 and she reads, of course she reads, she goes to Pinterest, she picks out a recipe that she likes, and she will make sure that she gets all the ingredients put together. She can stir them up, and if she needs help, she has Nana help her with the milk or the butter or whatever it is she needs help with. And then she makes the recipe her own. She might throw in chocolate chips or nuts or whatever, and it becomes her own recipe. And I have to really admire that about her. And she's just little, and there they are. She and her brother, they're cooking up their waffles in the morning or whatever it is, and they're happy as can be, and they make sure that I'm not going to be injured in any way. It's amazing. And we tell stories, and we do a lot of play games, whatever. I see them more often than most because the grandparents lived with us for a while when they were born. And so anyway, but last but not least is Cooper. He's 6. And he's a most amazing boy. Cooper like the tires, Cooper like the Mini Cooper, Cooper like the Cooper paving, whatever. And he's truly one of a kind, as they all are. Last year, he made me laugh because he picks up on, he's very sharp, and he picks up on, I don't know how to describe this, but he looked like a Major League Baseball player when he was, this first time I saw him playing baseball. And so here he is, he's got his chew-gum, you know, like the major leaguers. And he looked like a major leaguer, and he hit like a major leaguer because he hit the ball and he hit it beyond the pitcher ran to first base. I mean, he's just got it, right? And because he's so observant, he picks up on all these details, and he's very funny. And he's like, he kind of has this dry sense of humor, which is wonderful. And I think one of the things that I love about him is we have this story about Billy Goat Gruff's, you know, the Billy Goat Gruff story. And actually, this last summer, we found a place that it looked just like it would a Billy Goat Gruff bridge. And so, I was so excited to find that for the kids and to take them there and to show them that there really are Billy Goat Gruff bridges. So that was really fun. And I think that I'm really hoping that he will be able to pass this on to his own children someday. Anyway, and the other thing is he's very fast. He's a fast runner. Like, he's little, but he's fast. And So anyway, I think that if he were a native, I guess a native from a native tribe, I really believe that his name would have been He Who Runs Like the Wind, because that's who he really is. So this is what I want my great-grandchildren never to forget. I love you with, I can't even say it now. I love you so, 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 so much. Forever and ever and ever. Have a great day. Love your day. Get on with it. Have a quality day. Bye.